Hi everybody, I'm Chris Mohr with West USA Realty. Welcome back to my video blog, Real Estate and More. Today I'm going to tell you a couple things that you need to do before you go to your mortgage lender to get pre-qualified for your loan. And then in tip time, we have Mick Bernard with Fairway Mortgage. And then in our final segment, the and more segment, I'm going to give you a simple but very overlooked tip that every homeowner should know. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, so you're ready to go buy a house, right? Everybody's telling you the first thing they have to do is get pre-qualified, right? Not so fast, my friends. There's a couple things that you need to do before you go to the bank to get your pre-qual. Really what you need to do is know your credit score, because the best mortgage rates are going to go to the highest credit scores. The next thing you need to do is clean up your credit history. It's estimated that there's 90% of most credit reports have an error on it, okay? And the improvements to those credit reports can take anywhere from a week to a couple months, depending on the severity of them, okay? So first thing you need to do is know your credit score and get your credit cleaned up. Then you want to go and get your pre-qual. Okay, now let's go to tip time and Mick Bernard with Fairway Mortgage.
Hi, my name's Mick Bernard. Chris has asked me to give a mortgage tip, so here's your tip for today. Were you aware that a credit score is made up by 5 key components? Yes, it has to do with more than just whether or not you pay your bills on time. So here are the 5. The most important one is actually payment history. That makes up 35% of your credit score. The next one is revolving utilization rate on credit cards. It means how much do you owe on your credit cards as expressed in a percentage. The next most important ingredient is history. That makes up 15%. How old is your credit? The other one is inquiries and then mix of credit. FICO says you should have 3 to 5 credit cards and 1 to 2 installment loans, and only check your credit when you really need to.
Thanks, Mick. I hope y'all are paying attention because that was some very interesting information. Okay, now in our and more segment, so you have an emergency situation with your plumbing. There's water spurting everywhere. The pipe is bust. You have no idea where to turn it off. Don't waste time going under cabinets looking for a shutoff valve. Run outside and shut off the main valve to your house. How do you do that? Here's how you do that. Okay, so this is your main line coming into your house. You have the riser coming out of the ground. That's coming from the street where the meter is. Comes up out of the ground and goes into your house. This is going to be somewhere either on the front of your house or on the side of your house. It's going to have one of 2 kind of valves on it. It's either going to have a gate valve like that you need to turn the knob until the water shuts off, or it's going to have a valve like that. And when that valve is in the horizontal position, it's shut off, but in the current position, the vertical position, that means the water is flowing into the house. This you need to locate around your house, and that's your first defense for shutting the water off. And if all else fails, as a very last resort, you need to locate this box that has the water meter in it and also an emergency shutoff. Go out by the street, locate it, pop open that lid, and find out what you might need to do in an emergency to shut that water off. Okay. So who's had their main line bust between the water meter and the riser in the front of their house and flood their yard? Learn where your water shutoffs are. Okay guys, thanks for watching. And if any of y'all are considering buying or selling your house, appreciate if you give me a call. I'd love to work with you. Or if you'd just like to know what the current market value of your property is, please contact me. I'd love to discuss that with you. Until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.